On the air with me right now from the North Mason Regional Fire Authority, it's Jeromy Hicks. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing really well. Good seeing you last week at the Cameo for the North Mason and Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce after-hours event. You're heavily involved with the chamber up in the North End.
Yeah. I'm the chairman for the North Mason Chamber, so I've been there. This is my first year. That's a 2-year stint, so good things are happening, though. I really like to see when the Shelton and the North Mason get together, and especially at a beautiful place down there at Cameo Boutique, and get to sit there on the canal. And yeah, that was a great event.
Yeah,
great weather. Couldn't have asked for better weather.
It was a perfect evening. And so then with such heavy involvement in North Mason business, tell me your thoughts on the new location for the Taste the Hood Canal.
Well, I think it was a home run, to tell you the truth. We had almost the same amount of vendors, almost the same amount of cars, but going there, it seemed like there was more room.
Okay.
There was grass. The temperature was perfect. If it did get a little warm, there's that breeze off the water. The scenery, you couldn't beat that.
No.
Live bands were awesome.
2 bands, right? Or
three bands, 2 stages.
2 stages. That's what I meant. Wow.
Yeah, of course, the best, all the food was good, but I was a little partial to the fire department's pulled pork sandwiches that were there, so those were really well.
You lend a hand to the ingredients and making that pork with your skills in chili cooking?
Actually, probably the reason it's so good is I don't touch it, so it is a really good. One of our firefighters has the toe behind barbecue and does the tri-tip and pulled pork, and I tell you what, the tri-tip sold out in about the first hour, so that's crazy how fast that food went. But all the food vendors were there, and it's a little hard to get food vendors, believe it or not. People think that food vendors just sign up and come out there, and it's not. It's hard. There's a lot of events going on in the summer, and food vendors are at other festivals and stuff, but we had I want to say 14, 15 different food vendors. Wow. So that was good this year. We had a good complement of that.
Enough for a good selection.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's now on the Hood Canal. Nothing against Clifton Lane and all that, but we know over the years it was hot often, and this is a nice, much cooler spot and on the Hood Canal for the taste.
Yeah, and again, the scenery was awesome. It's not on asphalt, and for everyone that was happy it was there, there's always somebody that says, well, I miss it in Clifton Lane, and you could only please, so many people, but I think it was the amount of people that came out was a lot more than I had expected, especially with the new venue change.
Yeah. So nice. On the Hood Canal, the waterways, I had Sergeant Trevor Severance on from the Sheriff's Office yesterday talking boating safety, and you and I have talked about your life jacket program. How's that going?
It's going well. Actually, we just had to restock all of our Life Vest stations. We have so many people coming and borrowing the Life Vests that we had to go get some more and put them up there. And the nice thing is they're being returned. They're being cared for. There's a lot of members from outside the community that come to the waterways and use the life vests. Sergeant Severance is out there, and his boat patrol is doing boat safety checks. And I would imagine, I haven't talked to him directly, that some people may have too many people on the boat, forget their life vests, and instead of having to drive all the way home or not enjoying the water for the day, they could just borrow a life vest, and it's been going really well this year.
Is this something unique to Mason County, or is this a statewide program? It just seems like it's a really smart idea to offer this up to folks.
Well, originally it kind of started with the state parks years ago.
Okay.
And, I think with any type of funding mechanism, some programs get cut. And I don't know if the state parks cut it, or if their suppliers cut it, or the different fire districts cut it in other counties. We picked it up as part of our AmeriCorps program a year ago because we recognized the need for people wanting life vests. They're coming by all the time asking for life vests.
Yeah.
And we brought the program back. When I brought it to the state parks said, oh, yeah, we used to have a program like this. And I said, well, let's bring this back.
Yeah.
And it's worked really well.
Good. What else is going on with North Mason Regional Fire?
So I wrote my notes down there, Jeff.
You're prepared this time. I like it.
So, big thing coming to Belfair here on Thursday at 10 a.m. is the ribbon cutting for State Route 3. So I don't know if the listeners have been going through State Route 3 recently, but I drove through last night at 4:30, and I could not believe it. There was no traffic So I don't know if all the traffic got stopped in Gorse, but
where's my breaking alert?
I'm a YouTube it next time.
Yeah.
It was crazy, or Snapchat or whatever you use nowadays, and it was just amazing. The four-way intersection wasn't jammed up. I got out to Highway 3 and went down towards 106, and there was no traffic there. I could not believe it. Something? And so, anyways, the roadway is beautiful. The sidewalks are in. They're just kind of doing some finishing touches, it appears. Yes, crosswalks, painting lanes, curbs, stuff like that. But
so ribbon cutting, you're not going to shut down Highway 3 again?
No, actually, to tell you the truth, I wanted to have a picture and have the ribbon across there, and Stephanie, the CEO of the chamber, she was against it for really good reasons, because she thought that my life might be in danger. So no, we are going to have some of the Derek Kilmer's coming out, Commissioner Netherlands coming out. DOT is going to have some people there speaking, but it's going to be 10 a.m. at Kitsap Bank in Belfair, which is right next to the McDonald's there in Belfair, and Kitsap Bank is hosting that, and it's going to be a great thing for the north end of the county. There's if you haven't I don't know where you've been if you haven't been on Highway 3, but if you haven't been through Belfair on Highway 3, give it a chance. It's beautiful roadway right now.
And it's going to really help out the businesses, too, on the sides and like the visuals, their signage and things like that?
Yeah, new waste receptacles the businesses could buy. They were going to put benches in. Dr. Peterson and the beautification committee for the chamber has been working on wayfinding signs. So when you come into Belfair, there'll be these beautiful signs directing you to the state park or the different amenities that we have there, and those should be going up here pretty soon. So just a lot of really good looking things going into Belfair there.
Nice. What else is going on?
So another thing, we started a new program this year for local businesses. It's a self-fire extinguisher inspection program. So one of my job duties is fire inspector for the north end of the county, and we have started a program where business owners can start doing their own self-inspection of their fire extinguishers. If you're a business owner, you know this is a cost to you every year that you have to have your fire extinguishers checked. And we're doing a program where these businesses could self-check, but they still have to have it licensed every couple of years through hydrostatic testing for their pressure vessels, for the extinguisher himself.
Okay.
But the in between those 5-year periods, 6-year periods, they could check their own fire extinguishers, which is going to save some businesses some money. It's a program we're kind of piloting up in North Mason Fire that we're going to bring in and try the businesses. It's going to work for the businesses that have maintenance people or have 1 or 2 extinguishers. There's a criteria they have to meet. They could give me a call up at North Mason Fire if they're a business and they want to try this out, or they can visit our website. So it's really easy program. There are some parameters that the businesses have to follow, but it again will save the businesses money.
Website up there, North Mason Regional Fire Authority. We'll of course put the links to that in the show notes when we post this online. What else is going on?
And then, kind of the last thing that I wrote on my list is the firefighters union is doing a benefit for their benevolent fund. It's on September 16th, and it is the beanbag toss. I don't know if you've ever been to the campgrounds, and they have the boards with the hole in them, and you throw the beanbags back and forth.
I'm building a couple. If you need some, I can bring them up for you.
I tell you what, this is the new fad. That and frisbee golf, apparently, but we were having that in Bent Vine Brewery, the new brewery in Belfair. A shameless plug to those guys out there, are going to help host that for us. And we have 24 teams, and I think the teams are already booked up.
Wow.
It's going to be a great event. Families are welcome. There'll be food there. Obviously, Bent Vine supplying some of their product. We'll have obviously non-alcoholic options there too, and it will be fun. I think it will be really good to watch some of these beanbag toss tournaments and see. Apparently, there's like semi-pro divisions on this stuff. Yeah, so
find that on the Ocho.
Yeah. I'm not playing. I'll be the MC for the day, unless you want to come up and be the.
You need a voice.
Come up. It's going to be a great event. I believe the time is 4 to 7. I didn't write that down before I left the office, but we'll have that link up on our website too at the North Mason Fire, or go ahead and search the North Mason firefighters, and you'll find all that stuff.
Very nice. North Mason Regional Fire Authority online, northmasonrfa.com. Also on Facebook and social media. We'll put the links to it here on the show notes when we post this interview. Jeromy Hicks, always nice talking with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too.